Mara gante keng. Hello, it's a girl soomelanin back in the cut with her first video of the year. Well, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the love and support. And if it's your first time here, honey, what are you still waiting for? Go hit the subscribe button and join the family. Well, I know I disappeared for a whole 2 years, but honey, I am back. So without further ado, let's get into the video. First question: what message do you want your followers to take from your content? First things first, love yourself, honey. Love yourself. If you do not love yourself, nobody will. Okay, love yourself to the fullest. Second thing, self-care is very important. And third thing is, do not normalize any odor onto your body. Next question: what's something people would be surprised to learn about you? That I'm actually shy and that I'm not in my 20s yet. What's been your favorite piece of content to make so far? Shooting for Maybelline. Man, I had the time of my life shooting for Maybelline. We went to shoot at Foshin, had the time of my life. The staff was very friendly, very helpful, man. I had a good time. What inspired you in your content? What inspired you in your content creation? What inspired me is a little story time. A few years ago, I started watching videos on feminine hygiene tips, and I came across this girl's page on YouTube. When I tell you that my whole hygiene game changed, I was like, ain't no way, I need to educate my girlies. I want to be able to influence my girlies the way that she did. I want to spread the message on feminine hygiene. So yeah, I was inspired by that girl. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah. Moving on, most embarrassing high school moment. I got expelled from res 2 days before schools were closing, and that's when I was in grade 12. What niche would you like to participate in your content creation journey? Beauty, lifestyle, and travel, because my family does love traveling. So yeah, beauty, lifestyle, and travel. When are you going to tell me you are a millionaire and you were just trying to test me? Honey, give me 5 years. I think in 5 years I should be a millionaire. Okay, I don't want to spoil the surprise. I want to spoil the surprise. That's actually my friend. But Skawara. Both, oh my gosh. I need better friends. Listen to this. Both your siblings need your kidney to stay alive. Which one are you giving? Anyways, to answer this question, a person has 2 kidneys, right? So I'm giving them all of them. I'm giving them my kidneys. All of them. Both of them. That's how much I love my siblings. Are you half Zimbabwean? I knew this question. I knew this question was going to come. No, I am not Zimbabwean. A little story time on this question. Okay, I am not Zimbabwean. Ndi muvenda mubikwa ivevela ruviva hine samuvenda ndasara. Ndi mukororo wa hane mapohoni. So a little story time on this is that last year someone was impersonating me on Twitter, posting my pictures, and using the craziest captions, making it look like I'm Zimbabwean. But I'm not, guys. How much should girlfriend allowance be? I'm not even a girlfriend to anyone, but To answer this question, because I'm a girly's girl, it should be 10k going up. No excuses. Gift recommendations for my girlfriend's birthday. I don't know. What's the story behind your online persona or whatever brand you are trying to build? So the story behind this, I did explain it. I want to educate my girlies on feminine hygiene and all of that, self-care, yada yada yada. Next question: how do you deal with negative comments or online criticism? I just brush it off. I brush it off, or I just pray about it. I just brush it off, go about my day, or I just pray, or I call my mom and I vent. Moving on, what's something you wish you knew when you started with content creation? Well, first things first is that fear, laziness, and procrastination do lead to failure. I wish I knew that. Yeah, and that I need to be consistent. Literally, because guys, I started this channel 2 years ago. Imagine if I was consistent, where would I be? I would be so far away. Maybe I'd be shooting with a campaign in Dubai, something else, you understand?
I see what you did there.
But I wish I knew that I had to be consistent from the beginning, and that you do not need to let people on social media define who you are. Know who you are and your priorities, and don't let these people get to your head. That's what I wish I knew when I started with content creation. What's your favorite thing to do? Okay, let me say TikTok videos. Making TikTok videos, that's my favorite thing to do. I'm not gonna lie, I love making TikTok videos. I actually started making TikTok videos a long time ago, way before COVID. Imagine if I had stayed consistent. Can you sing? No, I cannot. I wish I could. I cannot. Let's try some Oprah. Yeah, no. I tried. And what's your biggest accomplishment? My biggest accomplishment, shooting for Maybelline. That's my biggest accomplishment. And what's one thing you are looking forward to doing this year? Working with more brands, and I don't know, creating more content. I want to be consistent this year. I want to be consistent. I'm not gonna let laziness nor procrastination get in the way of like this. No. And making more money. And what do you use for your skin? You look so pretty. Thank you so much, Mama. So this is the cream that my doctor did recommend for my acne, and I was only allowed to apply it at night, and it worked like magic. Back when my acne was still bad, this is the face wash that I would use every morning. I would use this toner. This is the toner that I would use after washing my face in the morning. I would use this thing right here that you see, the dark spot corrector. Lastly, I feel like you guys are sleeping on Magnolia. You guys are literally sleeping on Magnolia. This is, you should have this, trust me. So this is what I used to put on, and then at night this is what I used to wash my face with. I don't know if it's focusing, but this is what I would wash my face with. And then yeah, repeat the process. This thing, and then this as well. But if I didn't feel like using these two at night, I would use this cream. But now that I got rid of my acne, I am on a mission to get rid of these dark spots. I am trying out Ford. This is my first time trying it out. So this is what my mom always has my back when it comes to skincare. So this is what I've been using so far. I just started using this like a week ago. This is the cleanser that I'm using, and then I go ahead with the toner. This is the toner, and then I go in with the serum. This is the serum that I am using. I don't know if it's focusing, guys. This is the serum and the cream. This is the cream from Ford. And then lastly, trust me, Magnolia will give you that glow that you've been looking for. Do you see how glowy my skin is? Magnolia, my babes. I use hair of dry skin. Magnolia. I think this also helps with stretch marks. I've heard a lot of people say that it has helped them with stretch marks. So one thing you cannot live without: God. That's for sure. God and my mom, my mother. Something that I cannot live without is God, but my mother as well. My mom is my everything. What's your long-term career goal? Is becoming a full-time content creator. I'm not gonna lie, I've always wanted to be a full-time content creator, so that is my long-term career goal. Content creation, being a content creator is a career, I think. But yeah, that's what I want. I want to be a full-time content creator. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you on a date? I've never been on a date. Never been on a date. That's the most embarrassing thing. What's the meaning of your name, Aji? So my name in full is Ajiangwisi. Ajiangwisi means unforgettable. So I am the unforgettable, babes. What's the craziest thing you've done? And it's actually my sister asking me this one. Wanna get me in trouble with the parents? I'm just going to trust this and say what's the craziest thing that has ever happened to you, to me. Craziest thing that has ever happened to me is actually me getting expelled from high school. No, yeah, from the hostel. When I was in grade 12, 2 days before the hostel was closing. This is actually crazy. The most craziest thing. And you know what, me? Okay, let me not say it. Let me not say it to protect the image of the school. Let me not say it. But that was fun. Answering your guys' questions, that was fun. I had the time of my life. So don't forget to comment down below what you think of this video. A thumbs up, like the video, do the most, and what else? Yeah, I think that is it for today. If you got here, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope to see you on the next vlog. Mission accomplished. Love you lots. Mission accomplished.